friend Sydney, and I've gone to church with her since I was a baby. And she is 11. And what grade are you in?
Fifth.
She's in fifth grade.
Almost six.
Almost six. Sydney, what is your favorite part about school?
My favorite part is Camacho.
Camacho, that's his school.
Yeah. Avenue. 7.
What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is rainbow.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I wanna go like hospital.
You want to be a doctor or a nurse?
Nurse.
What games do you like to play?
Minecraft. And my brother.
What makes you happy?
My brother.
Let me talk about middle school. Are you going to go to middle school next year?
Yes.
Are you excited or nervous?
Very happy.
What are you excited about doing at middle school?
In middle school, I like to sing Moana all the time.
Sing one.
And my brother did sing Maui on kindergarten when we see, and I was the princess.
You're a princess?
The
So
princess.
Anthony was in the choir in middle school and got to rap in
Called
the song
Caution.
from Maui. You're welcome. So she's excited about being able to be part of the choir and on stage in middle school. You want to be on stage in middle school
Yeah, I
In the
want to sing
choir?
about Moana.
and do Moana?
Yeah, I
Do you have
sing.
electives in middle school?
I do.
What are you taking for your classes?
For my brother and my mom exactly.
Are you going to do art? Are you
Art.
doing theater?
I do art in the theater and music and my concert
Yes.
And
And she's
my
also
PE.
interested in cheerleading.
and chiller. Kim.
What do you like to watch on your iPad?
Minecraft.
What kind of Minecraft videos do you like?
The purple thing.
The what?
The purple thing.
The purple thing?
Yes.
What's the purple thing?
The purple thing is lights up.
It lights up.
Yeah. Yep.
You like to dance?
Yep. I love to dance. On a rainy day. Oh, come on.
You
That's
like
funny.
music? What you like? Tell her about swimming. What do you like to do in the pool?
You want to swim in the pool?
What do you do in the pool?
Oh, come on. I love you for me.
Do you like to throw coins and dive down and get them?
Yes.
Do you like jump into the pool?
Silly.
Are you a good swimmer?
Don't know. I don't know.
You like
Tell
to
her what you like to do at the big pool. At Williamson County Pool, she jumps off the platform.
Whoa.
Yeah?
To get them, and me and Ali,
You're
and
very
me and
brave.
my sister too.
Did you like to zip line?
Yep, it's silly.
Where do you zip line?
I used to play at Body Rock.
At Buddy Walk?
Yes, that's my bird trip.
Yep, yes, you went on that field trip there.
Yep.
Right.
I wear my hat.
You're a daredevil. You like to do all the dangerous things.
Oh, come on! Oh my God.
You like one more thing that you really like to do. You like to cook.
I like to cook my potato chicken.
But you like to cook in the real kitchen too, Mommy's kitchen?
No,
What's your-
Tell Ella what you like to cook.
I like to cook my potato chicken.
Yeah, but in my kitchen, what do you cook?
Real kitchen.
In the real kitchen, what do you cook?
Stir. Banana bread.
Okay, you like to make chocolate cookies.
We're making cookies instead of banana bread.
Have any questions for Ella?
Okay. Where's your favorite movie?
I don't think I have a favorite movie.
Oh, come on!
What's your favorite movie?
Maria.
Maria? Barbie
Summer.
Mermaid.
Oh,
Like surfing. I probably do surfing too.
Yeah, surfing.
And Melda. Well, brave. Yeah, it's scary, but I don't like it. Her mom twin bear.
Yeah.
You had a very good Merida costume.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
My mom has this already. She had made a small. That's her costume. And it's too tight for her. Oh, come on! Jimmy, you're funny.
Okay. I see what you did.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Cindy's brother Anthony.
Yep, he's my brother. Oh, come on.
Go ahead.
Okay. Tell us about what it's like growing up with Sydney.
Well, growing up with Sydney is, I mean, I don't really know much different because she's all I've known growing up with. It's a little different from what I think a typical growing up with a typical sibling would be like because there's certain obstacles you have to go around, but other than that, it's not super difficult.
What's your favorite part about being Sydney's brother?
The fact that I get to meet a lot of people and just I'm in a whole other community that not a lot of other people are in.
How would you want people to treat your sister?
Treat her like they treat anyone else, and when things come up, just help her through it.
And if you could tell the world one thing about your sister, what would it be?
That she's not any different from anyone else. She just has a little bit of.
Thank you. This is Sydney's mom, Miss Jeanette. How do you want the world to treat people with disabilities?
I want people to see that somebody who has a disability is just a person, and if you are nervous or don't know what to do, then just ask people.
What's your favorite part about being Sydney's mom?
My favorite part about being Sydney's mom is that I have learned about a whole world I didn't even know existed. I got to meet amazing people. I've got to learn that I have a voice to help other people that I didn't know I had. I got to go to Washington, D.C. 2 times and go help talk to congressmen and representatives and help them understand a community that they don't even know existed. So I learned a whole lot about myself, and I think I have become a stronger and wiser person, all just because I'm Sydney's mom.
What's the biggest challenge of having a child with Down syndrome?
The biggest challenge is how the world sees her. And we have I spend a lot of time trying to make the schools see Sydney as Sydney and not a child with Down syndrome. Because every child who has a disability, regardless of what it is that person first, and they just have additional needs. And so I think the hardest part is trying to get the world to expect more out of her and see her for who she is and not for who they think she might be.
What's your favorite part of being in the Down syndrome community?
My favorite part is I have seen love and community and compassion like I've never seen any other place in my life. When somebody in our community needs help, people rally that don't even know them and provide them what they need. I watch people from across the country, across the world, reach out and help other people when they need something. And like I said, I've learned so much from other people that I think that's the best part. It really shows the best of humanity.
How has Down syndrome changed your life?
Completely. It really has. Being a mom when Anthony was born changed my life. And then when Sydney came on board, it was not just being a parent and trying to make sure that child had everything they needed, but now I realize that she needs different things than Anthony needed, and I had to learn all about what Down syndrome was, what she needed, how she thinks, how she learns. So I ended up with a second job being on the Down Syndrome Association of Central Texas as on the board of directors, and I did that for 8 years. And I was a new parent coordinator for 5 of those years. I ran groups for play groups to make sure she had something to do all the way up till she was about 8 years old. So I basically took on a second job, so it completely changed my life.
How did you feel when you found out that Sydney had Down syndrome?
I was sad. It was a very hard diagnosis to get because I was afraid for her. I didn't know anything about Down syndrome, so I was afraid of what it meant. I was afraid for how the world would treat her. I was afraid for things she might not be able to do. And as silly as this sounds, my first fear was that she wouldn't go to prom and that she wouldn't get married. And I'm not worried about those things anymore. That sounds like a silly, strange thing to worry, but that was the one thing that stuck in my head immediately. So I was very afraid. But honestly, that was probably my first blind walk in faith, because that was the first time I said that I prayed and said I didn't know how to do this and God was just going to have to take over for me, and he did. But you know, that's also why I became a new parent coordinator, because as hard as it was for me, and I had an amazing church family, I had a supportive friends group, I had a supportive family. If it was that hard for me, I couldn't imagine what it would be like for people who didn't have that support system. So that's why I started doing that.
And last, if you could tell the world one thing about Sydney, what would it be?
I would say, you gotta meet this girl. And expect great things out of her. And put a big challenge in front of her, and if she can't meet it, then help her out. But that's about it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What are you in the pool?
A goat.